for all you Catholics. A happy Passover to all my Jewish friends. I do this on the spur of the moment, folks. I don't know why. But a lot is on my mind today, especially when I woke up this morning to see that the Iranians brought down one of our F-15 fighter jets and crew. Yeah. This is the regime I'm talking about in Iran that our president said he obliterated. And I read you the definition of obliterate yesterday. But nobody listens. Comprehension level on YouTube is 15 seconds. That's all people could listen to anybody for. Good morning, C. Brown. Thank you for coming. I'm not in the best of moods today, and I'm going to be very honest with you. Okay? Let me tell you, my day began. I woke up. Thank the Lord I woke up. I got another day on earth. And then I got to put on the news. I see that an F-15 fighter jet was brought down by the Iranians. The same Iranians, yeah, the same one that President Trump said he obliterated. And people want to come out and leave nasty comments because I'm using Trump's own words. I didn't make that up. You know, people, you don't listen. You got to start listening. Last September, President Trump renamed the Department of Defense and called it the Department of War. Now, it is still the Department of Defense because the name cannot be changed unless it's changed by Congress, which has not happened. But Trump calls it Department of War. Peter Hegseth calls it Department of War. Now, why did he pick Department of War over Department of Defense? Why? Do I have to spell it out for you? It's quite obvious why. I'm talking about the guy who, when he ran for office, he said he was going to end the war in Ukraine on the first day in office. Well, he's been in office about 425 days. Something like that now. The war in Ukraine is still going on. And not only that, well, look at what he did in Venezuela. Okay? And now, Iran. And every day he keeps threatening. Stop this freaking threatening and just do it. Don't threaten. They didn't threaten and say they were going to bring down our F-15 jet, did they? They just did it. All right? They're not threatening, say, we're going to send these drones into Israel. They keep doing it. Yes, Donovan, I miss my old life like you can't believe, okay? Because this life sucks, okay? Let's talk about affordability. I live in the worst state in the United States, California. It was the best at one time like you can't believe. This morning I went to get gas. I found one of the lowest prices in the neighborhood to get gas. Thank you, money with it. Thank you. Hitting that thanks button, I appreciate that. You know, I what the lowest price For regular gas, I paid $5.89. Well, I had to go to my doctor appointment. I was running early. I was hungry. I said, let me go to McDonald's. I wanted one of those, sausage and eggs on a muffin sandwiches and one of their hash browns. I love their hash browns. They're great. $9. $9. I got no drink. I didn't get the meal or whatever they call it. $9, folks. Huh? Brad said we got the best governor in the world. Brad, you must be working at the comedy club tonight. Of course, country kid, I believe in Jesus. All right, Jesus is what keeps me going. Okay, thank the Lord. Alabama, how are you? I love people from Alabama. I love people from all over. Okay. The good news on the fighter jet is they did find one crew member, and I guess he's in custody of American. And thank God the Iranians don't have him, but there's another one still missing. And let's hope that we are the ones to find him and not the Iranians. Okay? Texas, money with Daniel. Yes, country kid, I'm a U.S. veteran. I served my country proudly. So I know what it is to be a soldier on the ground. And this is why I don't like this war in Iran. I don't see, it's been going on for thousands of years, and Trump is not understanding that part. All right? I don't think he is. I don't know who he's getting his advice from. I keep thinking he's getting his advice from Stephen Miller. I don't know what Stephen Miller has on him, but he's got something because he's got a good control on President Trump. No, I got two people left here. People don't want to hear me anymore. Is Wendy's better, Robert? I'm not even contracted out a vital component that is needed to fly combat missions. Hmm. Well, folks, Trump approval rating is the lowest it's ever been. It's below 40%. Is it that Susie Wiles giving him advice? I think she's trying to keep peace within the cabinet. I'm not sure, really. I'm still thinking I'm going to stick with Stephen Miller. Okay? Country kid, how old are you? You is it worth it to join the military? I found it. I was happy. I loved it. But I'm a patriot. I believe in our country and I go to war for our country. I don't know what was Biden's lowest approval rating. I do not think it went below 40, did it? I could be wrong. All right, check it out, Brad. Okay, I'd like to know. All right. Does anybody else know what Biden's approval rating? Did it go below 40 like President Trump says? As you all know, I know a lot of contractors. My son is a pool contractor in the state of Florida. One of the best. Okay, there's only two pool contractors that know how to build swimming pools on a roof. My son is one of them. He's got close to 100 people working for him on his payroll. He's a smart kid. God bless him. Okay? He's getting ready. He's going to have to let people go. The people he's got to let go are the people in the office that are salaried people getting paid salaries. Where he needs workers are people in the field. But with Trump's immigration policy, he can't get new people to work. And the ones that are working are afraid to come into work. They're afraid to get out there because ICE will pick them up. Now, my son's not alone. My friend Paulie in Nashville is a contractor. He's got the same problem. My friends in New York who are contractors, same problem. You can't go out and buy a home. You got the down payment for a home. Can you afford a home? Because the people who are living in homes, who own their homes, they're not selling them. And if they do, they got high prices. So you can't afford them. Then are you going to be able to get a mortgage on it? So let's just take the contracting, the real estate industry. You know how many other businesses that it affects? So, what direction is our country heading, folks? Are we heading for a recession? I don't like the way we're heading. I don't like it. How you doing, Cy Bennett? Long time I haven't seen you, buddy. Where you been? Yeah. Who's this? Yeah, hang on, folks. Francesca, I'm doing a live video. I'll call you back. I don't like when people are calling me. But what? They don't know I'm doing that. Okay? 36% in July. That was Biden's, Brad? Was that Biden's approval rating? Oh, look at no matter who you are, you get below 40, you ain't doing well. You ain't making people happy. And his main focus now is the midterms because he's going to become a lame duck president. That's what's going to happen to him. I was very reluctant on whether I was going to come on and do a live show today. Okay. For some reason, I'm seeing a lot of changes in YouTube. I'm not seeing as many people coming into uh, and not just my show, it's other shows. People uh, who normally get 50,000 views, they're getting 25,000 views. Okay. So something's going on. I don't know what it is. Uh, I'm not a tech guy. And folks, if you want to subscribe, I welcome anybody to subscribe to my channel as long as you're respectful, honorable, and loyalty. And one thing that all my subscribers will tell you, okay, is that I answer all my comments. You won't find somebody like me around, folks. I answer my comments when people write me. because I respect you. That's just who I am. That's just how I do things. Trump says the down jet won't impact talks. Is he really talking to people? Is his team really negotiating? Because there's no deal yet. And now he says the war is going to be over in 2 or 3 weeks. What is he, a psychic? He doesn't realize what the hell he got into. That's my opinion, folks. And I'll say it loud and clear again. I voted for him. Okay? So say what you want. Yes, I voted for him. The sun was shining this morning, and now look at gloomy out there. You see, I got my TV on. I watch News Nation. Uh, I happen to like. They got a few good people there, and they go both sides. You know what I mean? Well, folks, I wanted to share that. So, I remember when McDonald's began in Utica, New York, and on Saturday mornings, my uncle, and that one, the uncle I was named after, my Uncle Orr, he would visit his son in Utica, take me with him, and he always stopped at McDonald's. Hamburgers were 15 cents. I think fries were like a nickel. I can't remember fry. But he spent $1.50 and buy like 10 hamburgers. Can you imagine getting 10 hamburgers for $1.50? And now, one hamburger at McDonald's is going to cost you $10. I drive up and down the streets here in Los Angeles. Restaurant after restaurant after restaurant is closing up because people can't go there. The gas stations, they used to be full. People are not pulling in, filling their tanks every day. They're only putting gas in when they need it. And they'll put $20 or $10 worth of gas in the car. I don't know how long these gas prices are going to remain. You're gonna, I don't know what to say anymore, folks. Normally, I have an awful lot to say. Normally, I want to come here and I got so much that I want to talk about. But here I am. I'm just kind of out of it today. Anybody got a question for me? I want to thank you those who did come here today, folks. Doctors. They say when you get older, your only appointments are doctor appointments. That's true. But I just told my doctor, screw them all. I ain't going anymore. I'm tired of doctors. Okay? and I threw the meds away that they put me on because I don't think doctors read the side effects of what these medications they put you on. They don't do it. They listen to these pharmaceutical salesmen to go in and give them all sorts of deals that they prescribe certain medicine, okay, without telling them what the downside of these medications. Every medication, there is a downside to it, folks. All right? They had me on one that could destroy the liver. Yeah. Why put me on it, idiots? And then they had me on 3 blood thinners. 3, not 1, not 2, 3. 3 blood thinners. Now, I never done well with blood thinners because of the side effects. They make you tired. I took those. I threw them out. Yeah. You got to learn to be your own doctor, folks. You got to study. Just because they went to school to become a doctor, don't think they know everything. Okay? It's impossible for anybody to know everything. That includes the President of the United States and everybody on the downside. Okay? It includes me, it includes you. We are all the same, folks. We all put our pants on the same way, one leg at a time. Folks, I want to thank you for coming. I'm going to end this a little bit early today. Um, I stay 15, 20 minutes, and that's about it. Everybody, God bless you. Have a happy weekend. All my love and respect to you.